What's up guys, this is Professor Spawn. Like I said that in the previous tutorial I will be starting with collections, but before that we need to learn few more concepts before jumping into the collections, right? So in this we are going to learn about the classes in Kotlin. We are going to learn about what are classes, what are constructors, and what are the different types of constructor, right? So because this is very important, because classes are nothing but a blueprint of your code, right? So imagine that you have a car, right? And inside a car you have brake, you have gears, you have even the headlights, you have clutches, right? So the gear performs its own function, clutch performs its own function, headlights performs its own function, right? So those so the car is basically a complete class, and the gear, the clutches, the headlights, and every functions inside of the car can be thought of an individual function which does its own operation, right? So here we are going to first create a new package, and we are going to see about the classes, right? So I'm going to have this classes demo. I'm going to have a package called as classes, and I'm going to create a new Kotlin file named as classes demo, right? And in this, we are going to start off with creating our first class of Kotlin. So I'm just going to clear this up. And to declare a class in Kotlin, you have to use a keyword as class, and it should be same as your file name, right? So this is your class in Kotlin. So this tells Kotlin that we have a class called as classes demo, and inside this we can have n number of functions, right? N number of functions. So the first thing first, I'm going to create a function main, right? And inside the function main, I'm going to have this an args array of string, right? So I have here a function main, but rather what I will do is I'll call this from another method. So I'm going to create one function, and I'm going to tell it as subtract number rather than add. I will have as subtract numbers, right? And I'm going to pass two numbers here as xin, and I'm going to have another as yn, and I'm going to return it. I'm going to return the value as x minus y, right? So as we are returning, we need to tell Kotlin that this returns the type of int, right? So we have our first function here, right? So what you did here is you have here a class demo. You have created a class named as class demo, and you have here as your first function. But let's duplicate this, and we are going to again create a new function called as add numbers, right? Always follow the camel casing naming convention, right? So this is like a camel casing naming convention where we start with the first word as small letter, and the next word's first letter will be in caps, right? So this is called as camel case naming convention. And here, instead of subtraction, I'm going to have addition. In the same way, I'll create one more called as multiply number, and inside this I'm going to have this multiplication, right? So this still returns an int. So we have created our classes, right? So let's create one more Kotlin class file, and I'm going to have here as run classes, right? So here I'm going to create one function main, and I'm going to you know you have created your class here named as class demo. Now you want to use this method. How will you use this method? So to use this method, you need to first instantiate this class, right? So I'm going to have here as classes demo, and I'm going to instantiate that class. So basically when you do this with the name of the class and the opening and close bracket, you are basically instantiating this object, right? This classes demo. You are instantiating this classes demo inside this variable, right? So now once you instantiate this, you can call the methods. So I'm calling this as add numbers, then you can call as multiply numbers. I'm going to pass it as 3 comma 6, and you can also call subtract numbers, right? So this is how you are going to call it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to print each and every methods, right? So I'm going to print this up, and here I'm going to write println. Right here I'm going to copy this and I'm going to print it, right? So let's run this code, right? If you run this code, you'll have here as output, the first output you'll have here the addition, which is 5 plus 3. The second is multiplication, which is 3 into 6, and the last is the subtraction, 6 minus 3, right? So what you did here is you created your first class, right? And then you have created various functions. And now if you want to call those functions, you need to first instantiate that class into this object, right? Into this variable. So this is an object, and you now need to call this all this respective methods, right? So if you see here this opening and closing bracket, this is your default constructor, right? So what are constructor? Now there comes a concept called as constructor. So constructor, whenever you are instantiating a class, you need a constructor. You need a way to construct that class, right? So Kotlin has two types of constructor. The first is primary constructor, and the second is default constructor. Even if you don't provide any constructor in this, it will have a default constructor with no arguments, right? So let's say that I want to have a constructor, a primary constructor with parameters of x comma y. So how will I do that? So to create your primary constructor in Kotlin, when you define these classes, right, you just need to have this as opening and closing bracket, and just define it as int, and I'm going to again define this as int, right? So when you go to this, now that primary constructor expects two arguments. I cannot have here, like this, right? I cannot keep this empty. I need to pass this two values here. So I'm going to pass it as 5 comma 4, right? So what is the use of this when you define this x and you define this y? I'll rather keep this as val. Okay, I'm not going to jump into naming that as a val, but let's see that I want to use this x here instead of passing here. I want to use this x which I am initializing here, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this. I'm going to remove this and I'm going to use this x, right? But it gives me an error. I'm not able to use this. So to do that, you need to have this here as val and here as val, right? Or you can use var also, but as these values won't be changing inside this code, so we are good with val, right? So now you can use this val, and I'm going to again remove this parameters, and I'm going to remove the multiply numbers parameter, and I'm going to you know have this here. So what we did here is inside a classes demo, we have created a primary constructor which accepts two arguments, and I'm using those x and y here for its operation. So let's run this code. When you run this code, you will see the output as the addition as 9, multiplication as 20, and subtraction as 1, right? So this is your primary constructor. But let's say that you want to create one more constructor with the third argument. How do you do that? So to do that, I'm going to name it as constructor, and I'm going to have x as int, y as int, and I'm going to again have z as int, and I'm going to have this, right? So this is what I have here. I'm going to rename this, right? And I'm going to, okay, so I just made a mistake here. So I'm going to have this, right? And what does this? Okay, so this is expecting a primary constructor call, right? So I'm going to have this here as this, and I'm going to have x and y, right? So I'm going to have this x comma y, x comma y, right? So what I'm doing here is I'm taking this x and I'm taking this y and I'm passing it here, and I also have the other third argument, right? So if you want to have n number of constructor, you can have that, and you can initialize your app with those arguments, right? So this is how you create the constructor. Remember that anything you declare here will be primary constructor. To declare a secondary constructor, you need to have this constructor keyword and define the arguments here, right? And you need to call that primary constructor. But rather what we can do is we will move this here, right? And this will be an empty constructor, right? So I'm going to have here as val, and I'm going to have here as well. This gives me an error. Okay, so I'm going to have this as val. Okay, this isn't allowed in Kotlin, so I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to, at the top, I'm going to create val x of int and val y of int, and I'm going to instantiate here as this dot x is equals to x, and this dot y is equals to y, and this is giving me an error because I want to name this as y, right? I'm going to initialize this to empty, and this is where you are going to have this initialization. But let's go to this run classes method, and here if you see here, this is calling our secondary constructor with these two parameters, right? So this expects x and this expects y. Here in the secondary constructor, we cannot use val or var. We need to first define our global variable here, and then we need to initialize those variable with the constructor, right? So now if you notice here, we can call with the primary constructor as well, but this will not initialize the variable, because if you call this primary, this is an empty and the default value will be 0, and for every operation we are going to get 0 as an output, right? So be careful with how do you construct your object, right? So if you run this code, you'll get the same output of 9, 20 and 1. So this is how you create your secondary constructor. This is a primary constructor, right? So we are going to use this constructor a lot in our Android app development as well, because this is the most fundamental way of constructing an object, right? And we need to call various functions because we are going to create a lot of utility classes. We are going to create the adapters to for the data flow, and these classes plays an important role, right? So in the next tutorial we are going to start with the collections I promised, and we will go deep into each and every topic. Till then, goodbye guys, and see you in next lecture.